I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
well, welcome in, welcome in. We're back for a live watch of The One on TV One. How's everybody tonight? Hopefully everyone is well. I am well, and all is well with me. And hopefully you guys are coming into the room. You're coming into the room. It's been a nice, moist, warm day today here in Detroit, Michigan. And what's the weather like where you guys are? Hopefully it is well. It was a good day. A little bit less of that Canadian wildfire haze, so that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Yes, we're about a minute and a half away from our live watch with The One, hosted by Kirk and Tammy Franklin. And it's been a good one. You've got the Bachelor, Brent, and you got the Bachelorette, Ashley. And they each have 6 singles. So he has 6 single women in the house, and she has 6 single men in the house to try to find the one. And today we're waiting to hear and find out what happened with Brent and why it's alleged that he allegedly had someone spend the night in his room on the very first night. Can you believe it, guys? Can you believe that? I hope it's not true, because that's not sounding like he's real serious about finding the one if you've already got a woman in the room with you on the first night. It's like you looking for more immediate pleasure and less long term, which is what looks like Brent's probably been doing all along. So, Brent, you're 43. Aren't you ready to give that single life up? Become a real man with responsibilities, accountability, uh, marry a nice woman, create a family and some legacy. All right, I guess it's about to come on, guys. All right, I'm getting ready to go on mute. You can watch on your own device, and let's chat during the commercial breaks and all throughout. We can chat here in the chat section, right? A little bit of reckoning for both our single people. For Brent, um, I'm not really sure why he buckled down and went 10 toes deep into his madness of having a woman come into his room and spend the night. It just seems like to me he would have known better. I don't I don't get it, but I don't know if that's arrogance, pride, or maybe as Uncle Nephew Kirk Franklin said, maybe it's a little bit of just the pressure of everything. Um, so I don't know, but I'm glad they had Kirk had a conversation with them, and that's not something hopefully that he'll do again. Thanks for making it in, Jay Wiley. Welcome in, welcome in. Cousin Rose, I'm looking for you, and Crazy Homebody, I'm looking for you guys, okay? Like, I really need you here for the stimulation and all the back and forth. I love it. I love it, and I appreciate you all for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and say ahead of time, I appreciate the replay gang who comes in and blows up the numbers every week after, long after we recorded this. They're listening and they're checking things out, and I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the replay gang. I love it when those of you can be here live. It means the world to me. I'm going to go back and read some of the comments. Um, yes. So, like Jay Wiley is saying about Brent, that if what Brent was saying, Brent basically said that, nothing happened with the lady that was in his room overnight. They slept separate from each other. There was no canoodling, no hugging, no squeezing, no kissing, according to him. And Jay says that now, if what he says is true, he should let the other ladies know so that there isn't any confusion. I totally agree. I think that would be the very adult thing to do. And then put everybody, everybody is on the same level, and the ladies know that you're not messing around. Yeah. And then we saw Kirk, of course, go in and have the conversation with him. And Jay Watley says, yeah, that's the guy that keeps it real. No doubt. No doubt. Um, and then we get over to Ashley. Ashley, the whole thing with her feeling comfortable because Brian, who did say call him Goofy R's, but never raised his voice, never went over toward Brent, kept it totally calm, and just basically had a disagreement with him without getting aggressive, which was good. It really showed that, you can have a disagreement, and it's all about keeping yourself calm, the body language, and not ramping things up. And that actually it was Brent that was the one who was more ramped up. And then getting back to Ashley also about her interaction with Matthew after he talked about a close friend that he had lost, and she, they went outside and she talked to him and she wiped away his tears, and of course they shared a little nibble there. And she was telling, Tammy Franklin, Kirk's wife, that she really didn't want to lean in and give him that kiss. Yeah, to Jay Wiley's point, kind of second guessing the kiss. And I guess I totally get that because, okay, it's back on. So we'll go back on mute and we'll chat a little bit later. Yeah, good question, Jay Wadley. I don't know. Football. Yeah, once again. Something very physical, very physical. But I think I like Addie. I like him, and I'm glad she kept him. And I'm trying to see, I'm wondering who's going to go home today. Like out of the men and out of the women. I suspect that Brent being, having shown some personality traits of being kind of holding grudges, I can only imagine who he's sending home. The young lady that asked him, "Why is Ashley here? She was eliminated last time. Why is she here?" So I can just imagine that he's sending her home. What do you think? What do you think, Jay Wiley? Who's going home on the women's side, and then who should Ashley sent home? I don't know. I can't think of his name right now, but gosh, I can't think of his name, but I got an idea who I think she should send home. Let me know in the chat. Those of you in here now, let me know who you think should go home at the end of this episode. Definitely have some ideas. And where's Jazzy? So Jazzy spent the night, but then she left and went to work. So to Jay Wiley's point, I would hope that Brent is honest. You only get one shot at this, and I would assume that there was sex, but Jazzy should be around. It's tough to know what the truth is with her not being around to speak for herself. Absolutely, Jay Wiley. Absolutely. I would have loved for her to have been around. I didn't realize at first she was the young lady that was in the room. I actually thought, if anybody, I thought it was going to be Ashley that would have been in the room. But I don't know. Like he was getting very comfortable with quite a few of the young ladies. Brent's very physical. Well, like a lot of men, very physical, very touchy feely. Um, and when I was wondering where he was, Jay Wiley asked, "I wonder if he's hiding in his room." Yeah, I think he was. Okay, I guess it's back on. I'm gonna go on mute. Oh Lord, that was our short one. What was Brent doing? Lady in the bedroom once again, massaging his legs, his upper thigh, and he's got a little bit of nothing on, no shirt, and those basketball shorts that are very loose, and your hands can go up in them as high as you want. What in the world? This is like it kind of takes me back to like adolescence or something. Like, really, dude? Come on now. Are we still playing these games? That is so middle school, high school. Oh yeah. Yeah, you did. You did. You said you gotta remind me though. I'm not at an age where I'm gonna remember last week. What did you say, Jay Wiley? You said, did you say the two M's, Maika, and Mika? Yeah, I remember that part. But now for the guys, you said the heavy set guy, and oh, Addie. You said you add, but Addie, no, Addie absolutely should stay. I could see maybe the heavy set guy. He doesn't seem to be kind of getting in there and getting Ashley's attention or speaking up. So yeah, I could see the heavy set guy only because not because he's heavy set, but because he's not in there like the other guys trying to stand out. I don't know if he's shy or he's introverted, but yeah, you're gonna be on the show. you got to play to win. So I could see him being eliminated for sure. Between Maika and Mika, I don't know which one of them. Um, I think the one, whoever it was that asked the question, was that Mika? I think Mika that asked the question, I think she should go home. It's back on. All right, I'm going to go on mute. Continue the conversation down in the chat. I'm back. Yeah, it was nice to see Brent take ownership and responsibility and have a one-on-one with Brian about the argument last night, about how things escalated and he allowed his emotions to get the better of him. So I think that was very good point. Let's see. I'm gonna go back here in the comments. We had a little conversation about that. Uh, let's see. Uh, oh, Jay Wiley. Jay Wiley said, "Yeah, I'm starting not to like Brent." Oh yeah. So during the short segment, I almost forgot about that. Going back during the short segment, Brent had the women in his room doing the massage thing. And I'm like, man, dude, do you ever learn from your mistakes? No. Um, so I don't know. That's why Jay Wiley said I'm starting not to like him so much. Yeah, and I can see that too. I need to go back and see his season of Ready to Love. I'm imagining it's full of a lot of tomfoolery. And what is this? Jay Wiley also says, see, this is why they should have just had four women and guys. Yeah, yeah, four instead of six. I get it. I get it. Yep. You are absolutely right. I can see that now. Um, I do like Ade. Ade, I think is how you say his name. And I'm kind of like Ashley, like just physically, I wouldn't say that I would look at him across a room and just say, "Oh, I gotta have him. He's so fine." But he's nice looking. He's attractive. But what gets me is his personality and his intelligence. I find that very attractive in him. And also, I see that he has a lot of gentlemanly and chivalrous traits, which I really like. Um, yeah, so we talked about Brent redeeming himself, uh, about the argument, talking to Brian and getting that out. Yes, absolutely. About the argument with Brian. And I'm just really wondering, so Ashley, okay, is it back on again already? Yes, I'm going back on mute. This is going fast. Yeah, whoever picked this method, I guess it's kind of like ABC's The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, where they give out the roses. So the ones that don't get the rose get to go home. So they kind of drag it out a little bit. So I guess that's the reason they did that. But yeah, it was nice to see Ashley come clean and let the other gentleman know that while she shared a peck with Matthew, she wants to let everybody know that they still have a fair shot at it. And yes, she did select Matthew to stay in the mansion. So I'm wondering, I guess, and Shavar, who I thought when she first called him, I thought he was being eliminated, but no, she kept Shavar, the heavier set gentleman, because she says that he makes her feel seen. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that we don't see since we only get an hour out of this whole thing, all the interaction that's going on. I can see that based upon when she first had the date with Shavar. He was very intentional, as was Addie. So I think those two were the two that she picked both of them to come back on that particular day because the date before that was horrible and neither of those guys worked out. So I could definitely see that. Isn't it interesting though that the young lady who spent the night in the room with Brent is actually near the chopping block? Could it be that he's going to eliminate her? That's wild if he does. That is absolutely wild. What do you think, G. Wadley? You think he's going to eliminate Jazzy, the radio personality DJ, the woman who spent the night in his room? And we're back. Oh wow. So it went down like that? Like I knew I knew this man wasn't together. I knew he was not together. He is not a man after my father's heart. Oh no, it would never. I would never. He could never. No, 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 Mr. Salt and Pepper Man. That that right there, that was trash. That was trash, Jay. I saw that, and I'm glad Kirk called him out on it. Like I'm loving this Kirk Franklin man that holds other men accountable, especially on this show. Like what? Like old school, for real, for real. Quit playing with us. Okay, I'm gonna go back up here in the comments. Woo. Um, Jay Wiley is talking about Ashley, the Bachelorette, and how she told the audience in her confessional that she liked Adi mentally, but isn't physically attracted to him. He says he called it. Okay, you called it. Okay, and my comeback is, I just think the rub is the guys that she's been attracted to and picking haven't worked well for her. So maybe pick somebody with better character. I don't know. LOL. um, First elimination night. The lady that went home, I called it. I said Brent was going to be petty, and he picked the woman that instigated and talked about, which was my Ika. So he picked one of the M's, which Jay Wiley called that last week. He thought that one of the two M's would go home. Don't like the format. Pick the one you're not keeping. Well, we talked about that. You know, they got to fill in a little bit. Um, and we talked about Ashley. Ashley, she told the other men about the kiss. That was great. I thought that was great transparency, accountability on her part, showing that she does have good character. Um, and Jay Wiley said, "Yeah, if the other guys knew about the kiss, it meant he told them about it, and that wouldn't be cool. No kiss and tell." That is true, right? No kiss and tell. Yeah, that's a gentleman that keeps that to himself. And then we know that a lot of men do a lot of talking about what I smashed her, I kissed her, I licked her, she licked me. Adult stuff. But yeah. Uh, I thought that Steve might go home, but actually, no, Steve was busy spitting truth, so he stayed. And I thought that was cool. That was really cool. And it's back on. And for the conclusion tonight. Oh, the short one on the back end. There's a short one on the front end, and there's a short one on the back end. I'm beginning to see these patterns now. But yeah, the ladies kind of talking about it. Finally, Brent's talking about it after the fact. Like, I mean, like he's way too late unless they filmed this out of order. Like, come on, you could have talked about this earlier. And I feel like, yeah, the ladies do have the right to feel some kind of way. I wouldn't feel some kind of way necessarily about Jazzy or Jasmine. I would feel some kind of way about him. And if I had taken time away from my job and my children or whatever I might have going on at that big age, I might want to just go home and pass on the Bachelor because he seemed like he for the streets. But you didn't hear it from me. I didn't say it. I didn't say that Brent was for the streets. Let me go back up here and see what Brother Jay Wadley's saying. So now we need to know the behind the scenes. Did Brent have an opportunity to talk to her before she spoke to the other women? Or did she fail to ask him before she said anything? Jay Wiley, what part are you talking about? Are you talking about, oh, Jazzy talking to the lady saying, that she felt some kind of way? I thought he was speaking first, but I kind of was a little late coming into it. Excuse me, guys. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Um, And Jay Wiley also says, for his part, as soon as he heard the rumor, he should have squashed it with her. Right, exactly. That's my point. Like he's way late. He's been busy pontificating. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to do that. Well, sir, it's called responsibility. You don't have to do anything. As my mama said, you can always just stay colored and pass away. That's all you got to do. But in the real world, it's such a thing as taking accountability. You made a mistake, you made a bad choice, you made a bad move. So talk about it in front of all the women, get together with Jazz and talk about it. And if you didn't sleep with her, then you can say that and let the ladies know that they still have a fair shot. But a lot of the ladies are wondering, do they still have a shot at Brent? Which, quite frankly, since I'm not seeing him as the prize, I don't even think it really matters. But it's back on. That's just my opinion. You didn't hear it from me. Ooh, wait, Jay Wiley, what is going on? How can Ashley tell Brent about himself and then she does the same doggone thing? Like, what? What is really going on here? Like, nobody is being above board about these people in their bedrooms. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know what is going on, Jay Wiley. What do you think? Let's see. Jay Wiley. I'm with you. Like, okay, this whole thing about Brian and this energy that he got and this aggression that he got toward the lady, asking her age. Is she an adult? Answer me. You need to answer me. I want you to tell me, and all this kind of stuff. See, like, it couldn't have been me, because I would have been like, production, security, you're out, Brian. This is the second time you've been involved in something that's not um, for the betterment and for the purpose that we're here for, to meet people and to get to know them, to choose the one. You're always agitating things. You're an agitator. Nobody likes an agitator. Like, dude, get out. You got to go. I would have definitely wanted him to leave. Why the only person that Ashley felt safe with? Well, I can't see Matthew. She's clearly physically attracted to him, so maybe he is her one. At least at this point, she definitely seems to be leading toward him. I don't know who Brent's leaning toward. Maybe it's Jazzy. Maybe it's Ashley. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out more next week, guys. So stay tuned. Please come back and chat with us. We'll be back here. I'll be back here at 8:55 p.m. on Thursday, opening up and getting us ready so that we can find out more about the one. I want to thank you guys for being here, especially Jay Wiley, keeping me busy in the chat. And who's that gal? Allegedly Aubery. I like her too. She's funny. She is so comical. Come back. We'll see you back here on Saturday, same time, 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for Love and Marriage Detroit Live Watch. And then on Sunday, we'll be back with more Married at First Sight, our last Where Are They Now? We'll do that one. And then at 7 p.m., we should be back with Ready to Love, because you know Ready to Love is returning on Friday. So if my voice holds up, I'll be back. Good night, Jay Wiley. Thanks a lot for being here. I sure appreciate you keeping me company, because I would have fallen asleep by myself. All right, guys, I love you. I'm getting ready to shimmy and shake on out of here. You guys have a good evening, a good night, and a great rest of the week. And we'll see you back here on Saturday evening, okay? Bye, y'all.